Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. You will test your limits and see what you're comfortable with and what you're not, but you won't know what your limits are unless you try.
That was my incredible client Catherine who was talking, and she is 60 years old. And she reckons if she can do it, you can do it too. And I'm going to show you in this video the 4 key steps that you can take to achieve an incredible body transformation when you're 60 years old or over. And it's without starving yourself or spending hours in the gym. Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal and I am the CEO of Body by Bikini, and I have helped over 13,000 women transform their bodies, and many of them are actually over 60. And I'm going to show you some pictures here of women over 60 who have worked with me on my programs to get this fat loss. And it's fat loss that almost seems impossible, doesn't it, when you're over 60? But they and Catherine are absolute testament that it is absolutely doable if you follow these steps that I'm about to show you in this video. But before I get into that, if you would love to work with me and my team of coaches to get those incredible transformations like those 13,000 women that we've worked with, click the link below to apply for my platinum program. Now, you can actually do that while you're watching this video, and I would love to see your application for my one-to-one coaching program. When you reach over the age of 60, your body has changed. It is actually a key milestone, and there are 3 key milestones in your life. So the first milestone is when you hit over the age of 30, and that's when you tend to age more rapidly. And then over the age of 40 to 45, again you age more rapidly. And then the last key milestone is 60. That's when you start to age more rapidly. But the good news is, there is something that you can do about your physical body, your physical aging, that I'm going to talk about. So what's happened when you're over 60? Well, you're in post-menopause and there's a few things happening. Your hormones are actually declining more rapidly. You're at much more risk of osteopenia, which can then lead to osteoporosis. You can also have a lot more inflammation in your body at this stage in life. So let's hear now from my client Catherine, who actually overcame all these things to get that incredible fat loss and transform her body.
Yeah, I feel much better. It was an important experience for me because I was frustrated with some of the other programs I had been in, and I had gained weight. I was really bloated, and this gave me a specific plan to focus on, both the meal planning and the workout plans, and that with a deadline. It was a good combination for me. I knew exactly what to do and when to do it. I mean, it was challenging fitting it into my schedule sometimes, but I was able to do it. And now that I'm on the other side of it, I love the results. I just feel better in my own skin now. I feel my clothes fit better. I feel better now. Anyone can do it. You will test your limits and see what you're comfortable with and what you're not, but you won't know what your limits are unless you try. I'm a big proponent of, it doesn't matter what your age is, you should try it. If it's something you want to pursue, you should definitely try it. It's all about health, fitness, mental well-being, and anything you do down that path, whether you get dramatic results or just modest results, that's much better. That's going in the positive direction.
Catherine worked with me and my team to get those kinds of results, and you can see there she's really happy with it because she didn't find success in the past. So let's talk about the first thing that we did with her to get those results, and you can copy this exact strategy. The first thing that women over 60 need to do is tackle the loss of muscle. And it's the key to fat loss. It's the key to improving your bone density. It's the key to giving you longevity, which is a better quality of life as you age. And it's becoming more essential than ever, and that is lifting weights. Now, it's not just the preserve of bodybuilders anymore. Anyone should be doing this once you hit over the age of 60. Because if you build your muscle up, you're going to get longevity, you're going to get fat loss, you're going to increase your metabolism, and you're going to improve your bone health. It's not going to make you bulky. That is a massive myth. What you're doing is putting back the muscle that you've lost through the aging process. So you didn't see any of those women in those pictures getting bulky, did you? It's almost impossible to get bulky when you're over 60 years old. But what you're going to do is get a lean, shredded body, which is what you want. So how do you do this? Well, you can do this at home or at the gym. It doesn't matter. I have many of my clients that work out at home and they get incredible results, and there's no difference really between women that work out at home and women that work out at the gym. There's no right or wrong answer. It's whatever your preference is. Catherine did it at home. It saves time doing it at home, and some people just prefer to do it in their own home environment where they don't feel the embarrassment of going to the weights room in the gym. Equally, if you want to do it in the gym, that is also really cool, and I design plans for both women at home and in the gym. But what everyone needs to be doing, regardless of where they're working out, is they want to be doing the key compound movements. That's your squats, your deadlifts, your push movements, your pull movements, and if your knees will take it, yes, do lunging movements, but you don't have to. This is what I have all my clients over 60 doing, and they are getting incredible results by lifting weights this way. This is what your training week should look like. So Monday, it's going to be a leg day. Tuesday, some sort of upper body day. I've got like chest, triceps and shoulders there. Wednesday would be a rest day. It's really important to incorporate rest and not work out every day of the week. Thursday's a glute day. Friday, another upper body day. This time your back and biceps. If you wanted to reduce that 3 times a week, you can condense that. So you might add the glutes in with the legs, for example, or you might do all your upper body parts together. And also, sometimes I actually give my clients 3 full body workouts 3 times a week, especially if they're beginners. You can see that I've also added some cardio in. Now, although cardio is important, we must realise that our main focus and our best energy should be preserved for the weightlifting, not for the cardio. The weightlifting is the most important aspect, and you will be spending most of your time on this. However, the cardio that I love women over 60 to do, easy on the joints, it's low impact, it's walking. And if you can add in a weighted vest, it's going to really elevate your walk to the next level. So it's going to mean that your heart rate goes up more. You're going to burn more calories by adding in a weighted vest. And I recommend around about 10% of your body weight. You could also, some women over 60, and I'm probably going to fall into this category because I'm only 18 months away from 60, would love to do high intensity interval training. So you can do that instead, or you can mix and match. This is what I do, high intensity interval training with walking with a weighted vest. It's entirely up to you what your preference is, what your fitness level is, what you're capable of. The benefit of high intensity interval training is it's really great for burning calories, not just while you're working out, but for hours afterwards. Next, I'm going to talk about a really important tool for women over 60 to incorporate to get the most out of their strength training, but also boost their metabolism. I'm talking about protein. Protein has become a trendy thing, hasn't it? High protein eating. But I have been talking about this since 2019. for every woman over 40, regardless of whether she's in her 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond. And that's because we need to get in more protein at this stage in life. And protein, it's really going to help with supporting the strength training and building the muscle, but it has two other functions. And this is why I got Catherine to incorporate a lot more protein than she's used to eating. And that's because it has a thermic effect. So what's a thermic effect? A thermic effect means that it burns more calories than carbohydrates and fats, for example. So you're just burning calories by eating when you're eating protein. The other benefit is that it keeps you satisfied, it keeps you full and satisfied. Many of my women report to me they actually struggle to get the food in that I put in their meal plans because it's really high in protein. So it really keeps you full and satisfied. And so that's going to stop you snacking on the wrong sorts of foods that don't help you towards your goal. So in this plan, I want you to shoot for 1 gram of protein per pound in body weight. Now, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? And it is a lot. It's going to look like eating protein at every single meal and snack that you have through the day. That's what Catherine did. But it really promotes fat burning, and you shouldn't do the strength training in isolation. You do need to do the high protein eating as well. And you want to be getting 1 gram of protein per pound in body weight. Once you reach over this age of 60, you need a lot more than a younger person does. You can get away with 0.8 grams as well, but it's easier to calculate 1 gram of protein per pound in body weight. I'm 58 and I eat this amount of protein on a regular basis, sometimes even more, and it's helped me get in incredible shape. Next, I'm going to talk about something that's really important to include after that milestone where we're aging more after the age of 60. What you need to be working on is your mobility. And you want to be doing things like stretching exercises, something like yoga is really useful, and core exercises, because your core is the center of everything. If you have a strong core, it means you're going to have a strong body. It's the foundation of everything, but also your mobility. So I give my clients warm-up mobility exercises. Here's some examples that I'm going to show you here. And it's really important to warm up before a workout, but also just to boost your mobility, your balance, your stability. That's all really key when you get to this stage in life, because it's kind of use it or lose it. If you continue to work on it, it's going to get better, improve. But if you don't work on it, it's going to start really rapidly declining. And that's the thing that can kind of lead to trips and falls as well. So what have we covered today that you can copy and put this into your plan? So you want to be lifting weights 3 or 4 times a week. That's number 1. Number 2, you want to be including some kind of cardio. It could be walking, especially with a weighted vest. It could be high intensity interval training. Number 3, you want to boost your protein intake. And number 4, you want to be doing mobility and core and stretching exercises. Catherine implemented what I've been recommending to you today. And this is what she said. Have a look at this.
I, in the past, had been a little frustrated at some of the workout programs I was on. While I saw some improvement, I wasn't really reaching my goals. And that was even after a full year using a trainer at the gym. I decided that now was the time to commit. It has been a remarkable experience. Like I said, I did lose 10 pounds, but more importantly, I feel stronger and I feel more confident. My clothes feel better. I just generally feel more comfortable in my own skin, and I feel like me again. It was also surprising to see my energy and focus improved so dramatically. That has been truly amazing. And the beautiful thing is it's spilled over into other areas of my life, both personally and professionally. My friends and family have also seen my determination, my focus, and then the results I was getting. And it's been very inspiring for them as well, for their own nutrition and health goals and fitness goals. Also, the meal planning, which is something I really needed some help with. It's helped not only me during the week, but also it helps me prepare meals for an elderly gentleman I look after. So that was an unexpected benefit.
Now, I've shown you how you can copy this plan for yourself. But if you prefer to work with somebody on a one-to-one basis, click the link below to apply for my Platinum Coaching Program, where we can kind of speed up your success and get you results in a matter of 3 to 4 weeks. Just like the other 13,000 women that we have worked with to get incredible results, like Catherine, like the other pictures that you saw of women over 60.